Hi, everybody. This is Caren Palmer. I am your host of Share Your Message TV, and this is the place where we get to learn action steps that we can take away today to optimize and really increase our exposure and be able to really get out there in a bigger way with our message. So each week I'm really blessed to have incredible experts to share with their wisdom with us. And today I have my friend Caren Glaser, and she is going to give us a little information about how we can utilize the Hangouts, Google Hangouts and YouTube, so that we can really share the message that we have and take this opportunity to get to know her a little better and maybe even reach out to her for a little bit of guidance and help. So she's going to give us a wonderful training today so that we can be ready, and she's going to give us the introduction to how we can get started. So here she is.
Hello everyone, this is Caren Glaser, and I'm just really excited to be here, Caren, with you because I'm passionate about visibility. And visibility is so important for networks and for community and growing tribes and growing your whole world, basically. And if you're not visible, you're not going to get found. And so I really love the idea that we can go onto the internet and we can use some free tools through Google to create that visibility, to create a digital asset. And that is really what I work with people about, is creating digital assets that will work for you forever. Evergreen, 24/7, you know, and I do it through YouTube.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. So let's just hear a little bit about exactly what you're doing with people to help them, and just a little bit about yourself and how your business to you is purposeful.
Great question. I'm passionate about what I do, and I think that when you get passionate about something, it just radiates from you. It radiates from your face, it radiates from your body. I tend to talk with my hands, and I really think that I'm making a difference. I really do think I'm making a difference, allowing people to step into their own brilliance and allowing people to share who they are and what they have to offer. And so it's important for me, and I come from a background of being in front of a lot of people all the time. I'm a singer, and you know, I have CDs out, and I'm a religious leader too. I'm a cantor of the Jewish faith, and so I'm used to being in front of lots and lots and lots of people, and I don't have an issue with it. But I know by the people that I've met that they have challenges getting in front of a camera, and they have challenges getting in front of a microphone. And so my mission in life, so to speak, and my passion in life is to take away that fear so that people can really step in and do this.
Right. That's wonderful. So today we were going to talk a little bit about how we can utilize YouTube and Google Hangouts. Could you just give us just a little brief description of what has happened with Hangouts? I mean, there's been a lot of changes since the Hangouts have come out. Now, is there anything that you would suggest for people who are just getting started?
Well, the first thing that I'm going to suggest is go get yourself a Gmail address, because it's simple to do, it's free, and from that Gmail address you can do almost anything in the Google suite of tools. So you're just going to go to google.com, and you're going to click on the little email icon and sign up for a Gmail account. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to connect that to your YouTube channel. And, again, it's not difficult. You just go to youtube.com. It's going to ask you to sign in. You're going to use that Gmail account that you just got. And then you're going to set up this channel. The changes that have happened in Google Plus in this past, I would say even 6 months, because it's been around for 3 or 4 years at this point, and I had jumped on 3 or 4 years ago when it first came out, and it does not look anything like it did back then. I mean, now you can create these live events, these Hangouts on air. We're on one right now.
Yes.
And the easeability of this, and I don't know if that's a word, the easeability of this, allows everyone just to go into your Gmail account, click on YouTube, and then almost as easy as pushing a button, you're live and you're able to get your message across. So I just encourage you not to step out of the fear and say, you know what, this is just a new skill set that I'm going to learn right now, and I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to be scared. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I have to be perfectly honest with you. When I first started learning the technology, I felt like, oh, I'm just not a techie person. I'm never going to be able to do this. And I was struggling with that belief, that limiting belief. And the more that I just jumped in and started to do exactly what you said, I just got myself a Gmail account, got myself a YouTube, started, you know, just jumping in and recording myself and then seeing how it looked and, you know, making little, you know, adjustments to myself, knowing where the lighting should be and how, you know, all of the things that I felt that I was struggling with, I, you know, put together so that I made it fun for myself. So now every week when I do this, I'm excited to get to talk to people like you and to really learn these ways that we can get our message out in a bigger way. And the people who are, you know, in this audience that are watching this show are really passionate about learning how to get their message out in a bigger way. And they also struggle with that visibility, you know, fear. So what would you say is something that you would suggest for somebody who's struggling with that visibility fear?
Well, you know, it's funny. I have people say all the time, and I'm sure you've heard it, oh my gosh, I don't like the way I look on camera.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Or the way I sound.
Or the way I sound. And you know what? You look like you look, you sound like you sound. It's exactly how people see you and hear you.
Yes.
It's just that we're not used to seeing it. So I think if you can get into that mindset of realizing that it's no different than just being face-to-face with somebody in real time. And I think that's really important because what we're doing here is we're online. Even though we're face-to-face, I feel like I know you. I feel like I've been in your space. We've hugged, you know. We've never actually met face-to-face in person. And this really changes how we communicate in that visibility. And we were talking a little bit about YouTube. You know, the most important thing that I think our listeners, after you've made this video and after you've actually gotten this visibility and ready to go, on YouTube they give you all these tools that you can use to, and this is a geek word, optimize that video so that it will get seen. And you want it to be seen because otherwise, why are you doing it? So you have to optimize it. So shall we do a little bit of optimization right now?
Yeah, that would be great. So does that have a little bit to do with the SEOs and how we use keywords? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So it absolutely has to do with that. And when you record a video, it literally sends you to the video, the Media Vault. And when you click on that video, it gives you the option to give it a really great title. So let's talk about title first. Title is so important because that is the first thing that Google search engines and search engines in general will look for. So you want to make sure your title has some keywords in it that people would be searching for. So if you're a real estate broker and you're doing a video about real estate and it's about a particular question, maybe it's about mortgage rates or maybe it's about you know, first-time buyers, make sure you put in your title what you think people are looking for. And here's a trick. Go into Google search and start typing in the search window what you think people might be looking for that would have something to do with your video. Google has this really cool thing. It drops down a menu of suggested titles that are in alignment with what you just started to type. Guess what? Those are exactly what people are using to search. They just curate exactly what's out there. So make sure your title on your video has keywords in it so the title is searchable. Second thing is your description. And this is where people fall down all the time. You want to put a description in there. Maybe go transcribe the video. There's lots of places online. You can go to rev.com, R-E-V.com. I have a real live person that does my transcriptions for me. I put a whole transcription in there. And then I put my call to action. Call to actions are the thing that people fall down on. What's a call to action? It's where you tell your viewer what to do next. When people watch YouTube videos, what YouTube has already set up as a default, it goes to other videos. I'm going to teach you a trick on how to make sure it stays 99% on all your videos. But if you don't tell your listeners, your viewers what to do, they won't do it. Call to action could be, Set up an appointment with me.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my list. Go to my calendar. Go to my website. And the trick to make sure that only your videos show up, other than putting them in a playlist, is when you go to the keywords, and that's the third section on the optimization, when you put those keywords in the second position, I don't know why this works, but it does. In the second position, I want you to make up a word that's not in the dictionary that you use in all of your videos. So in my case, since I'm the owner of Promote Your Passion, I took the word passion and I spelled it backwards. It's not a real word, noise sap. It's not a real word. But I use that word in the second position, the second keyword in all my videos. The algorithms in YouTube and on Google searches for like things. And if you have that same word in all of your videos, you will kind of trick the system a little bit by saying, oh, these people must be looking for videos with that word because it's so unusual. And then all of your videos will show up. Very cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really great idea. So, okay. So, and then what are some things that you would suggest? Now, I've been doing some things with local people. Do you suggest that people who have just a different, even have like a local business, or could put together a show where they can get in front of their customers so that they can have a more, a more deep and a more connected and authentic relationship with their groups?
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I definitely think that's good. And I think that maybe it's not an interview, maybe they don't want to do an interview show, but maybe they want to answer the 10 top questions that people always ask them about their business and do a different video for each answer. Now you've got an economy of time. So when people say, so what is it that you do? You know what? Send them to your YouTube channel. Send them to wherever you're storing the YouTube. And now you've got 10 videos answering a question each. Go transcribe them. Put them on a checklist. Make an e-paper out of it. I'm just getting excited now. You know, just whatever you do, don't work harder, work smarter.
Right, absolutely. And 4 billion views a day, right? They were up to 4 billion views a day. This is a really great way for a lot of people who have, have put together a nice database of their email list, and they feel like they don't want to send out a newsletter, or they want to do something where they feel like they can connect on a deeper level. How would you suggest they got started on that?
Okay, so that's great. So let's take those 10 top questions.
Yeah.
Let's use those 10 top questions as an autoresponder. That means something that will come out on a daily basis 10 times, an answer to each one of those questions. Now you put an opt-in on your website or in social media, wherever you want to do that. And when people put their name in to receive your 10-part series on the 10 questions that people ask about real estate, once they opt into your list, you can have it already set up on autopilot that it's on day 1 they get video 1, on day 2 they get video 2. Now you're engaging. And while you're engaging, why not put some call to actions in those opt-in letters? Why not? I mean, again, work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Oh, those are great. Those are great ideas. So, you know what? We are getting short on our time, but this is so awesome. I feel like there are so many action steps, you guys, that as you start to take the notes and keep track of your successes and start to think about ways that you can implement what she has, even just taking 2 or 3 of the things that we talked about today, and just play with the Google Hangouts. It's a free, wonderful tool that you can utilize to practice each time, getting more and more comfortable. The more that you do it, the more fun you have with it, the easier it becomes, and then you're not so afraid of the technology. It's more that you have made your peace with it. So what would you suggest, Caren?
I love that. Made your peace with it, because technology can be your friend.
Yeah.
Technology is here to stay, and I always encourage people not to jump in all the way. Put your toe in. Just try, as you said, just one of those things. Get yourself a Gmail account. sign up for a YouTube account and just start playing. Maybe send your grandchild a video message, you know, or your best friend or whomever, because you can use these and share them everywhere. So just put your toe in. The water is nice.
Yeah. Thanks, Caren, so much for being with us. Is there anything that you'd like to say in closing, and how can people get in touch with you if they want to ask you some questions?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. They can go to Connect with Caren, and it's Caren with a C, Connect with Caren, and they can set up some time for a complimentary strategy call. I can walk people through what they have and maybe some ways that they can treat it. And the other thing is, as you notice under my name, it says Digital Asset Boot Camp. That is actually a whole program that will teach you from the beginning to the end how to create these digital assets and use them over and over and over again.
Awesome. That is so great. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Go out there and share your love, share your message. The world needs to hear what you have to say. So find a way to really reach out, even if it's just in your corner of the world. Everybody needs to hear what you have to say. So know that that's important, and know that we care, and we'd love to hear from you. So go ahead and comment below, subscribe to our channel, and each week you will definitely have wonderful, incredible experts that I am handpicking myself, so that I know that we are getting a real quality, authentic, kind person who cares about us. So thank you so much, Caren. Thank you. Really, really appreciate you.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. And again, I'm available to help in any way.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.